What's good, LouieXIII? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hey, to another episode of Who is LouieXIII? I am Louie, and as you can see, we are in my brand new 2020 Dodge Charger 392 Scat Pack wide body. And before we get started, you know I always got to say, if you enjoy the content, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a comment down below, tell me your thoughts, tell me what you guys want to see, what you guys want to talk about, and we're going to get it done, baby. We got a lot more to come. We are just getting started. Thank you very much. I appreciate the views. I appreciate all the support. It helps tremendously, and it does not go unnoticed. Thank you guys so much. We are on the road to monetization, baby, to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, and we're more than halfway there. So as soon as we get there, I'm gonna plan something, you know, give a little giveaway or do something like that to show my appreciation. All right, so once we get monetized, once I get to 1,000 and 4,000, then you know it's lit. Then we just gonna go up and keep going up. So I'm gonna continue to do that, you know, every time I hit these milestones, and we're gonna keep growing together, man. So this is a beautiful thing, and I'm glad that you guys are a part of it with me. So let's take off and let's talk about what we'll be discussing today. And as I said, you know, I don't tell you guys to drop a comment below, you know, and tell me your thoughts, you know, and tell me what you guys want to talk about for nothing. I actually, you know, I'll actually talk about what you guys want to see. This video here and a few of my last videos, I do have a few videos out at this point, so if you haven't seen those, go back and check them out. But this video here, what we're going to talk about is something that somebody hit me in the comments, said that they wanted to talk about, so you know I'm gonna get it done. And what we're talking about is the cost of ownership between the Scat Pack and the RT. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, then you know that I also own a Dodge Challenger RT 2011. I've owned it for 9 years. I am currently selling it, but yeah, I owned it for 9 years, so I know a few things about the RT. And that is a 6-speed manual, as I said. So if you haven't seen any of my videos, like I said, go back and watch those. I touch on that a little bit as well. But when it comes to the cost of ownership between the Scat Pack and the RT, there's a few factors that you have to take into consideration, because it's going to be different when it comes to the Challenger and the Charger, and we'll get into that as we go. But for the sake of, you know, not spending so much time on getting into all the specifics, we're just going to be talking about a new RT and a new Scat Pack, what the cost of ownership on that is. All right, so as I said, it all depends on a few factors. But as far as like financing goes between the RT and the Scat Pack, on new RTs and new Scat Packs, just expect to pay a few $100s more for the Scat Pack than what you pay on the RT. Obviously, I mean, I'm sure that's something that everybody knows. You're gonna pay more for the Scat Pack than you are for the RT. So right off the bat, the Scat Pack is more expensive when it comes to monthly payments and all that other stuff. And I also have a video that breaks down each of those. I have two separate videos, one on how much it costs in total and another one on how much I pay per month. So if you haven't seen that, go back and check that out as well if you want to see it a little more in depth. Yes, sir. Hey, and that has a lot to do with the cost of ownership as well, because when we get into the tires, we'll talk a little bit about that. So that pretty much covers it for the financing. You're gonna pay more for the Scat Pack. Expect to pay a few $100s more for the Scat Pack per month. Now, when it comes to the insurance, this is where it gets a little tricky, because the Charger is a sedan and the Challenger is a coupe. And naturally, you're gonna pay more for a coupe than you are for the sedan. So if you get if you have an RT Challenger, say you got an RT Challenger, right, and you're looking to go to a Scat Pack Charger, well, it might even itself out, because you pay less for a coupe. I mean, you pay more for a coupe than you do for a sedan, as I said. So if you're coming up from an RT Challenger and you're trying to get the SCATPACK Charger as I did, it's probably going to even itself out a little bit, you know, depending if you have full coverage or not. But you need full coverage on a new vehicle, so yeah, it's going to even itself out, I think. And if there is a difference, it won't be too much. But if you're coming from an RT Charger and you're going to get the RT and you're going to get the SCATPACK Challenger, then it's going to be a big difference. So the RT Charger is going to be the least that you're going to pay in insurance. That's going to be the absolute lowest that you'll pay, and the highest will be the SCATPACK Challenger. So that's going to be the biggest difference. So just keep that in mind when it comes to the insurance. So the insurance is a little bit, you know, it depends. There's several factors, so you got to just take into account what you want to get, whether it's the Charger or the Challenger, and then you could see which one makes sense for you. The Charger is going to be less, the Challenger is going to be more. Now let's get into where you're going to see the biggest difference, I think. And this is something that I could talk about because I've experienced it in both vehicles. Even though I haven't had the SCATPACK for long, I've had it for long enough to be able to comment on the fuel. And I mean, you got to know that the SCATPACK is a 6.4 liter and the Charger, I mean the SCATPACK is a 6.4 liter and the RT is a 5.7. Now the 5.7 RT is in no way the most economical car that you can get, but at the same time it's not the worst car you could get either. You know, I daily drove that for 9 years and in no way did I break the bank on it. So I mean, in that car it's not too bad, you know. But when you start to get into the SCATPACK, that's when you're gonna start breaking the bank a little. And I also have a video on how the SCATPACK is when it comes to gas as well. So if you haven't seen that, go back and check that out as well. Like I said, I have a few videos at this point, so go browse my stuff, man. But yeah, that I think is gonna be the biggest difference, because in the 6.4, I'm not gonna go too in depth because like I said, I have a video out on it already. But let's just say you're gonna spend a whole bag when it comes to gas in the 6.4 SCATPACK, and that doesn't matter if it's the Charger or the Challenger. So that I think is where you're gonna see the biggest difference. If you're looking for something more economical, something that you could drive every day, then the RT is definitely gonna be the better choice for you. But if you don't really care and you just want the beast, the full beast, I mean not the full beast, that would be the Hellcat, but you know what I'm saying. If you just want to go hard with it, then you know obviously the SCATPACK is dope. But yeah, when it comes to gas, that's where you're gonna see the biggest difference, I think. Now when it comes to maintenance and repairs and all that, there's several factors that you have to take into account with this as well. So if you get the wide body SCATPACK, then that comes with bigger tires, 305s as opposed to I think 275s or something like that. So you're gonna pay more if you're getting the wide body. But if you're just getting the regular SCATPACK, then it's gonna be the same when it comes to tires. And another thing, if you're getting the wide body, then you're gonna have to pay more for the brakes, because you get the 6-piston Brembo brakes, the same brakes that come on the Hellcat. So that's another thing that you're gonna have to take into account. And also another thing is, if you drive how you see I drive with the SCATPACK as opposed to the RT, you're gonna be paying more for the tires as well, because this thing is you know, you're gonna want to be doing burnouts and sliding around and doing all that type of stuff if you're anything like me. So you're gonna burn the tread off these tires real quick, so you might end up paying more for the SCATPACK anyways, because it's a lot easier to burn out and, you know, slide around. You don't even really got to press on the gas so much to do it, so you might end up paying more either way. So when it comes to the tires, I think you're going to be paying more either way, but definitely going to be paying more if you have the wide body feature, as well as the brakes, because you can be speeding a lot more, you can be pressing on the brakes a lot more. So take that into account. You know, check me out too. My little driving skills I got them skills, baby. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a good ass driver, you feel me? That's just a little side note.
Boy, if you don't.
But anyways, man, so when it comes to like maintenance and repairs, in the 9 years that I owned the Challenger, the main things that I had to deal with, which was a recall, one of them was a recall, and that is the alternator, which they never reimbursed me for that either, so that's kind of messed up. I do have to still look into that. But the RT, when I got it, 2011, had a alternator recall, and I had to replace it twice. So other than that, and I think I blew the radiator like once or twice, and that could be just because of how I drive. That was basically the only things I had to deal with. The radiator, I think I blew a hose one time with the radiator, and I blew the radiator once or twice. Other than that, I think the battery went out on me once, and that's about it. I changed the brakes once within those 9 years, twice at the most. I'm pretty sure I only changed them once. So as far as maintenance and repairs goes on the RT, it wasn't too bad, to be quite honest with you. So I mean, when it comes to the SCATPACK, as I said, I've only owned it for a month and a half, so I can't really comment as much on it because I don't have as much experience with it. But I'm gonna just go out and say that it's gonna be more, because in my RT I never heard a Hemi tick, and in this I do hear a Hemi tick. And you know, a lot of people say it's normal, and some people say it could be the cause of a bigger issue. Which one is correct, I don't know. Hopefully it is normal. That's what I'm hoping, because I talked to the dealership and that's what they told me. So you know, we'll see how that goes. If it gets worse, I'm gonna take it in, but let's just hope it doesn't.
Oh shit.
Whoo! See what I'm saying about those tires? Sheesh, man, it's just too tempting to do shit like that. And plus, it makes the content a little better. So you know, I'm more prone to be doing that type of stuff. But other than that, the only other thing there is to talk about is the depreciation. And you know, honestly, these cars don't depreciate that much, to be quite honest with you. And I think the wide body SCATPACK is going to depreciate even less. So when it comes to depreciation, I think the RT will obviously, I think the RT will depreciate a little more than the SCATPACK, and the wide body SCATPACK will depreciate the least. So if you're going for the wide body like I did, that's going to be the least amount of depreciation. So all in all, man, is there a huge difference in the cost of ownership? I would say that there is a considerable difference. The main difference is going to be the gas. Even in this month and a half, I can already tell you that I'm going to be spending a whole lot more in gas. So that's really the main thing. Other than that, the financing is a few hundred extra bucks. The insurance, you know, that depends on a few things, as I said. And the maintenance and repairs, I think the SCATPACK is gonna be a little up on that as well. So you just got to think about what's best for you and your situation. I'll talk about which one is more fun in another video, because you know, that plays a factor as well. But as far as cost of ownership, that pretty much sums it up. You know, based on all that, think about it. What's best for you and your situation? Is there a huge difference? I wouldn't say the difference is huge, but there's a difference that you're definitely gonna see. So take that into consideration when you're making your decision. Hopefully that helped out a little bit. You know, to my guy that requested this video, hopefully that helped you out. That's what I'm here for, to help out any way that I can. And like I said, we're gonna keep getting into doper and doper content. So you know, I like doing the informative stuff to help people out with what I know, but you know, also we're gonna be getting into the vlogging, we're gonna be getting into the upgrades, the races, the drifting, you know, all that crazy dope shit, man. So stay tuned for that. I got a lot of that on the way, so if you're not into all the informative type stuff, have no fear. We got the entertainment stuff on the way. So that's pretty much gonna sum it up on this one. Straight to the point with it, not too much of that extra stuff. Hopefully I was able to help out. Once again, as I always say, I appreciate you guys so much for checking me out. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a comment down below and tell me your thoughts. Share it, tell your friends if you fuck with the content. Tell them that we got more dope shit coming, and you know, we're gonna go way up. I got some huge plans for this channel and it's about to be real dope, so stay tuned. Thank you guys again. Go back and browse my other videos because I got a few up at this point. As I said in the beginning, road to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. We're almost there. When we get there, I will be doing a giveaway, so stay tuned for that. And like I said, each milestone we're gonna be doing stuff like that just to show my appreciation and show you that I truly do appreciate it, and it truly does mean a lot to me. So stay tuned, baby. We got a lot more on the way. Thank you guys again. I can't say it enough. It's my pleasure to be here, and I appreciate you guys for being here with me. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. I am out.